Let me go ahead and put this down while it's still fresh. One thing I do in every country that I visit is I buy a copy of that country's translation of James Joyce's Ulysses. So this is a novel that I fell in love with when I was at Ole Miss, and it's about a guy who's wandering around. He's wandering around the city of Dublin. And I said, well, that's a pretty good travel souvenir to have. So as I wander around the world, I collect copies of Ulysses. And today I was walking around downtown Bucharest, and there's a lot of bookstores down there. There's a university down there. So I went in a lot of bookstores, but the only James Joyce book that everybody had was A Portrait of the Artist. And I didn't want this. It's like I was like, no, I want Ulysses, But it was like every store that I went into, they had this, and they had Dubliners, which is his short story collection. So I was feeling kind of defeated, but after 3 or 4 stores, I just went ahead and bought that. I was like, well, I guess if that's the best I can do here, that's the best I can do. But then, okay, I kept walking along, and I found this like secondhand bookstore. It was like obvious from the outside that this was a used bookstore. I start digging through their stacks, and I found a copy of Dubliners, which is the short story collection I just mentioned. Okay, again, not the book that I was looking for, but look how nice this is. And it was really cheap, so I said, well, it'd be nice to have this old copy of that. So as I went to pay for this, I walked up to the counter and I asked the lady working there, I said, I just have to ask, do you have a copy of the Romanian translation of Ulysses? So she types it in and she's like, yes, let me show you where it would be. So she takes me right back to where I was, and I said, but I've already been through here. She's like, no, it is somewhere on these shelves unless someone moved it in the wrong place. So the books there were lots of them, and they were like too deep, so that like you see the books on the shelf, and then there's another stack of books behind those. So I just start moving everything out of the way. Dig, 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 dig. I'm literally on the bottom shelf, sitting on the floor of this place, like digging through the stacks. And what do you know? 2-volume edition of Ulysses. This is out of print, apparently, which is why none of the other bookstores had it. Even the major chains don't have it anymore. Not even like some weird, like new paperback edition. The Romanian Ulysses is out of print, but I found it. So today was a good day. Didn't even have to use my AK.